What's up, guys? Back for another video here. So in this video I just wanted to go over just how I got started in reselling and pretty much how I got started. And I wanted to show you, I know someone was asking the best clothing brands to sell, at least for men's. I don't know too much about women's, but so basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to show 5 different brands today, and there's probably 20, 30, maybe even more, and I'm going to chop it up into a couple different videos because I'm going to talk about a couple things in each video. But so how I got started on reselling, and sorry because I'm going through eBay right here, but so how I got started was I used to sell, well, first I used to bartend. I bartended and worked in restaurants for 12 years, I think, since I was 14. What am I, 12? Yeah, about 12 years. And before this, I was selling cars. I had to get out of the restaurant business. It was just too much nonsense and partying and all that. I don't regret it, though. That was fun. But I was selling cars, and I came across, I don't know if anyone here watches Gary Vee, big entrepreneur. He talks about it all the time. This is my cat, Luna. And, I mean, he's a little crazy, but the one thing that always stuck out to me that he talked about was how people would always complain about not having money, and how people couldn't afford to pay their bills or, you know, whatever, and how easy it is to make money nowadays. And relax. And it didn't hit me until he started this series, or, well, he would talk about it, until he started this series called Trash Talk. And I do recommend go looking up, and I think he has 6 episodes, but they're really cool. Basically, he lives in New Jersey. This guy is worth like $150 million bucks. Not that that means anything, but if he's worth $150 million, he's probably too busy to go out, you know, garage selling. But regardless, he goes out in New Jersey, and he took, you know, his crew with them, and basically went garage selling. Made an eBay store and bought stuff on the low, sold it on the high, just to basically prove to people that this is super easy to do, and you can make quite literally a shit ton of money doing it. You know, whether you could sell rulers, you could sell shoes, clothes, electronics. I mean, you name it, you can sell anything. Literally, you could sell rocks you find on the side of the road. So, after I watched that, this is back in October of 2018, because that's when I made my account. I started doing that. First garage sale I ever went to, it was like this little, I don't know, it wasn't even it might have been an estate sale or something, I don't know. Picked up a couple things, and my thinking was, oh, let's cross-post it on 5 million different platforms and hope to get a sale. Well, that didn't fucking work at all. That did nothing. So for about a year or so, I just sold everything. Dishes, plates, you know, electronics, everything under the sun. I did okay. I didn't make that much money. Didn't really care about making the money. I just wanted to, I guess I did care about making the money because I was trying to pay off some debt and stuff. But it wasn't until about a year after is when I decided to just rip the Band-Aid off, throw out everything in my store, and only focus on electronics. And the reason I picked electronics is because they were, I wouldn't say super abundant in my area, but there's quite a bit. And there's a lot of profit in them, and I knew quite a bit about it. I mean, I'm no expert on electronics, but I know quite a bit about them. So my store basically turned into just electronics, and it was great. I was making really good money doing it. I loved it, and the items would have like I call it a shelf life. Would have like a 1 or 2 week shelf life, depending. And it didn't hit me until probably almost another year down the road, because we're getting into 2020 then, that it is scalable for electronics, but it's not scalable to the point where you can keep your margins the same. Like, my profit margins were almost 70%. So like, if I would find, like, I have this printer over here I bought for $25. After I get the toner in the mail, it'll get online. Even at a best offer, I'll probably sell it for about $2 to $2.50. If it sells full pop, it'll go for about $3.25 plus whatever shipping is. But anyways, I'd find stuff like that all the time. And if you, in my opinion, if you want to scale electronics at a good margin, I mean, it would just be extremely difficult. So, anyways, I then I found out what reselling actually was and learned that a lot of people actually do this, and people have full-time businesses doing it. And the first person I came across, I think, was Rally Roots, and then all the other people, whatever. And then I decided what I wanted to do was, I realized that I wasn't going to be able to scale electronics how I wanted to, and that the easiest one to do would be clothing. So I jumped into clothing, and I kept doing both at the same time till roughly August, September of this year. Yeah, because from October until now, I've sold nothing, almost nothing but clothing in my stores. I think I've had like 4 electronics sell since then, but at least November till now, it's been nothing but clothing. Super abundant, easy to find. In my area, all the button-up shirts are $5.99, and all of like the t-shirts or polos or short sleeve button-ups are all $4.99. And I try and get them on half off and stuff like that. So started doing that, started learning more about it. I wasn't trying, I'm no expert in clothing. I just know good brands, and it's pretty easy to research the prices. And if you follow anyone that sells a lot of clothing, you just not exactly copy their store, but you can get an idea of the brands and the pricing and this and that. So I just followed that, and now I'm at, last month I listed 546 items, and I sold 481. The month before, I listed 467 and sold 363, and this month I'm looking to list roughly 600. Yeah, it'll probably be technically it would be 620, because I list 20 a day times 31. And I'm hopefully going to sell possibly close to 600, probably around at least 500, I'm hoping. And I'm just going to keep that up. I'm not going to, my plan now is to build this financial machine, because I really want to get into laundromats and vending machines and all that other kind of stuff. I really, as Gary Vee says, I really enjoy the process. That's what I love most about this. The money is not, I enjoy the money. Money's great. I mean, who doesn't love having a lot of money? I don't make a shit ton of money yet. But more so, the reason I got into all this too is the freedom aspect. Not having to listen to someone telling me what I can and can't do. Having to get PTO time approved. Fuck that. My girlfriend the other day got denied for PTO for, I think it's the day before. It was something that we were supposed to do next year. Whatever. Who the hell, like, you worked for that shit and they're gonna fucking deny you? No, fuck all that. Vacations, or 2 weeks vacation a year, and then you work your way up. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So that's the main reason, basically the main reason why I wanted to get into this and do it full time. And the money flows. What's that saying? Do what you love and the money will come, or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much why I wanted to get into this. And now the money is starting to flow in. Next year is the year that I should be like decently profitable, because I've been buying a lot of stuff and upgrading and printers and all that stuff this whole year. So, but yeah, so let's get into those 5 brands I want to show you. I just want to show you guys how you could do reselling pretty much anywhere. This is my small ass apartment. It's a 2-bedroom. I think it's like 850 square feet, but here, I'll give you a little tour here. So this is pretty much from the outside looking in here. This is it. So that's the table that I usually have my poly bags there. That's my scale that I usually have on. And then I have my 2 pieces of paper. I think I don't know if I showed you guys a video of that yet. I'll have to do it next time. A couple of electronics that I have. If there's any electronic sellers out there, go to shopgoodwill.com. That's where I got this. I think I got it for like $20. That's another good sourcing route for electronics, unless your area is wicked abundant in it. But I had this printer down here that I got for $25. Waiting on toner. I don't have much electronics anymore because I don't sell them. I mean, I still do, but right now it's mainly just clothing. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much how I got my printer, my Rolo, my vitamins over there. I got these are the labels. These are the labels that I use that go on the packages. Like this one here. They just go right on the side. I'm going to show you how I pack or whatever. And then the big labels like these are the ones that go directly on the box itself. So pretty much this is the whole setup. Printer, this is my little closet. I got a couple printers. These two are listed. These are Canon MX870s. If you find them, pick them up. I got lucky and those two worked. I just got new ink for them. That's a nice Brother printer, just waiting on a drum. So if anyone is looking to get into reselling, I would recommend, even though it's a pain in the ass to ship them, but I would recommend starting with pre-owned printers. You can find them anywhere. You go on Facebook Marketplace right now, and I guarantee you can find them. They're super cheap. This printer is worth like $150. It's a Brother HL2280DW, and you can get toner and stuff like that on the cheap, generic, and they aren't that difficult to ship. You can probably, if you do it a couple times, you can get it done pretty quick. But yeah, more printers. I saw a lot of printers. People love fucking printers. But so when I get to my clothing, basically those doors shut, and I have this. This is just a white utility fabric or whatever I think it is that's used for the clothing. And then I have this usually drapes down to here when I do my electronics. So, and then obviously I think everyone should have a whiteboard. My gross, obviously you can see how far behind I am on my accounting, which is what I'll be doing for the rest of the month. But yeah, my gross and net has been horrible up until May, but it's getting better. I have a lot of accounting catching up to do, but let's go show you these brands here. Oh, there are my animals. That's my cat Luna. And that's Khaleesi. Say hi. Oh, yes. All right. Sorry, my apartment's a disaster. But, so here we go. We got the first one here. Bugachi Omo. Okay. My cat's going to keep meowing in the background. She's not fixed, so she is a little annoying sometimes, but that's all right. So Bugachi Omo, really good brand. Especially if you find one that's like really colorful and not just like a plain old, let me see if I could find like a plain blue or anything. If you get one that's nice striped or even plaid like this I'll probably list for about 24 to 25 bucks. This is also a double XL. And yeah, no, this is one that'll sell really well. So we got that. Brooks Brothers, that's what this one, this is a really nice one. If this was an extra large, I would definitely keep this because it's like a color block plaid. And there is a tear or a stain on this somewhere. I know that for a fact. I just don't know where. But yeah, Brooks Brothers, 346. The 346, when you go to list this, go down to product line and you type in Brooks Brothers, and Brooks Brothers 346 will pop up. A lot of people, and I think, they look for this and make sure you fill that product line part in. For that, I also sell all sizes, but in my opinion, the best ones would be XL and above. Another one too is extra small. I've noticed that recently. I don't find them too much around my area, but when I do, they actually sell quicker than I thought they would. But if it was me and I could find enough, I would do all XL or more because, quite frankly, that's a lot of America. But so the next one I have here is, this is, all right, well, this is, I'll show you this one next. The Ralph Lauren, obviously everybody knows this brand. It's about in every rap song in America here. Doesn't matter. I mean, I'm sure it matters what color some are and some aren't, but I have price buckets for pretty much pretty much all the different sizes and stuff. I could show you that in another video, but this is an XL cotton. This one's all blue. If you find ones that are, if you can find one that's like this, that's like a color block plaid, that'll sell for more than this one. I found one a couple months ago that sold for a decent amount. And then I'll show you. So I just found this. This is the other one. This is another Ralph Lauren that I just found like a week ago. I've never seen Ralph Lauren, just Ralph Lauren Golf. And this is also a silk linen. This will sell really well too. I just looked up Ralph Lauren Golf, and this is the first time I've ever seen one like this. It's a super nice shirt, XL, blue and pink. If you're wondering too, I also button up and detag all my own clothes. I also wash them all. Luckily, at my apartment complex, it's only a buck and a quarter to wash and a buck and a quarter to dry. So it's actually cheaper than going to a laundromat. And then the last one for today is Pendleton. I'm sure most of you know all these brands that I'm showing, but yeah, Pendleton, another really good one. These sell all the time, doesn't matter what size. This is super nice, and this even has, I think this has a freaking hole in it in the back somewhere. I know there's a little tiny hole in this too. I don't know where. Oh yeah, there it is. Even with this hole, this little hole, it'll still sell. Don't ever be afraid to pick up clothing that has stains or holes, or as long as it's nothing profound. Like if this hole, like if this chunk was missing, then yeah, of course I'm not going to pick that up because that would be shitty. But I've sold a plethora of clothing with stains or little tears. I've never had anyone complain. I just make sure it's in the listing, point it out, and tell them. So yeah, those are the 5 brands today I'm going to show you. Obviously, I have 260 scheduled right now, so I bought myself about 13 days, and I got to process all these, and then I'm going sourcing. I only source Saturdays and Sundays, and unlike most people, I think, I list differently, so I like to call it building a runway. So what I do is I like to try and source 2 to 3 weeks worth of inventory all in one pop, and then I sit down and I do it all in one go and schedule everything out. The scheduling listing fee blows because it's like $2 or whatever, but I don't care. It buys me time if I want to sit down, take a break, and that's just how I like to do it. At the end of the day, my goal is to source 30 days worth of inventory and do it all in 1 week, and that's so I can work on my electronics. But one last thing I wanted to show you. So here's what a brand new one of these boxes look like. I think you saw this on my first video. So the tag goes down there, 5401. I thought it was 56, but no. So what I do, the way I pack, put everything in the box, and probably Monday I'll make another video showing my whole photoing process and packing and all that. But basically, once it gets photoed, goes in the poly bag and gets tagged. And I put it down in the box sideways like that. Typically you can fit 5. Okay, and then I'll do about 6. Ideally you would do 7 rows of 5. And then you would have 15 more, because I do 50 per box. And then you would have 15 more on top. When I go on top, the tag goes right there. And it kind of just 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. Now for sweaters, because sweaters are typically bigger, like this Columbia that I got here. Now, when I source all my clothing, I sort them out by button-up, polo, t-shirt, and sweaters. And let's say I have 100 items and 20 of them are sweaters. I'll do 5 sweaters per box, so everything fits perfectly. So, let's say I would put 45 shirts or whatever in this box, and then I'd put 5 sweaters. Either I most likely I start the box off with the sweaters first and then do the rest, so everything fits perfectly and I never have an issue with that. So that's going to be pretty much the video for today. I hope you guys enjoy. I was going to try and make this 10 minutes, but clearly that didn't happen. So if you guys have any questions or want me to go over anything else that you're curious about, just let me know. And we will see you either on Sunday or Monday. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my process of how I list, how I list, photo, put everything in the poly bag, and so on and so forth. So everybody have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.